let's show another technique. We'll create another part using generative shape design. For clarity, I'm going to just make smaller numbers so that'll be easier for us to see what's going on. I'm going to create circle on a center curve and create the line on the fly. Let's start our first point using the common tools at 0, 0. The second point using the common tools again. And we're going to go up. See if I can make the numbers all easy. Let's go up 10. Select OK. Oh, what diameter did I use? Let's go with the radius of 3/8. Okay. Now I'm going to use the transform command. Rectangular pattern. I'm going to take that sweep. So the object pattern, the first thing I should have had was the sweep active. The direction is going to go along the Y. I'll go a distance of 5 inches. No. Let's keep the numbers easy. 10 and 10. Let's go 10. Oh, it's okay. I'll select OK. Alright. Now what I want I want 3/8 of an inch. So I want to create, for simplicity here, point. Instead of the absolute axis, I want to use this end point over here, the line. For my default, I want to use this point here. Come on. I'm trying to grab the... Oh, I don't have a line there. Fortunately, I didn't have that line visible when I created it. I'm going to have to pull this out of hide. And then default, I'm trying to grab the endpoint. Doesn't look like that worked. Pull this line out of hide again and go to point. I'm going to grab that point, the end of that line. I was trying to do it on the curve though. I guess I could do it on the curve now that I'm thinking about it. Point. I was trying to do a point coordinate and grab the end point here as a reference. But what I was doing is just grabbing that line, wanting to know how far up I want to come. So I don't want to go 10, which is the top. I want to go 10 minus 3/8 of an inch. So I'll type in 10 minus 3 divided by 8 and hit tab. Select OK. And what I'm going to do here is create a plane, normal to curve. I'm going to grab this line, and instead of the default to the middle, I'm going to pick this point that I created. Okay, so that plane should be 3/8 of an inch down. I'll select OK. And I want to get a line going in the direction of the X vector. I missed. The direction will be X. I'll make it symmetrical. Ooh. Offset 3 inches just to see it. Oh, it's got the support as the sweep as a support. I don't want that. I'll just cancel that. Try that again. Under line, point direction, I'm going to start at this point. Make sure to grab the point, not the surface. The direction will be the X direction again. And I'll make it 3 inches and symmetrical. Select OK. What I want to do here is create a plane that rotates about that center line and goes at a 45-degree chamfer. I will go to plane, and we're going to use angle. We're going to create a plane at an angle. We're going to rotate about this axis because that's what it's asking for, rotation axis. It's now asking what am I going to rotate from. So I'm going to take from this plane and we're going to rotate at 45 degrees. Now I went the wrong way. So I don't have a reverse option here. So what I'm going to do here is do minus 45. Select OK. And I'm going to do a trim. So you have options split or trim. So if you don't remember which is which, just start from the top and work your way down. Cutting element would be the surface. Element to cut. Sorry. Splitting element. Cutting element to cut is the surface. I'm cutting the surface. The cutting element is that last plane I created. And I select OK. And I just knocked off the top of that. Alright, for practice, try it on your own, see if you can figure out how I did that. The challenge here on this side is I don't have a line to work from. So what I can do is go back to wireframe and generate a point. And I'm going to use the point I created over here, which should be this point number 3. Try again. Under point, I'm going to try and end under coordinates. Reference default, I'm going to try and grab point number 3, which is that last point over here, and we go 0 high, 10 inches in the Y, because I was trying to keep all my numbers easy, and select OK. So now I got that same point where I can go to line, select this point, and for the direction, do the same thing for the X direction. Leave it the same values and say OK. Alright, let's try and create the plane at the angle. I'm going to rotate about this axis this time. I'm going to pick this plane over here, and I don't want a positive or negative, I want a positive 45 degree, and hit preview. Select OK. Now I've got that plane on this side. We can go to surface, transform, and do that split option again under the transform. This element to cut will be this surface, and the splitting element, the cutting element, is that plane I just created. Select OK. So now I've got the planes chopping off those. We can go back to wireframe, and I'm going to create a line from point number 3 to point number 4, to those 2 points I just created. Select OK. I found it easier to grab them off the tree than to try and grab them from my graphics. And I will go to surface, sweep, we do have the cylinder command. It used to have an option to go to planes, but I don't see those options here anymore. For our length, it used to be able to hit the down arrow and say up to surface or up to plane instead of keying in a length. So we don't have that option anymore, so I'm going to stick to sweep. Center radius, grab this. Radius is fine. Preview that. It's not going long enough. I need it to go 3/8 of an inch longer. Just trying to think of something easy on the fly to do. If I were in the cylinder command, I'll start at point number 3, go in this direction, length number 1 will be 0, the radius will be 1 plus 5 divided by 8, tab, and then I'll divide that number, result, divide that by 2 and hit tab. Oh, why does that look too big? I'm going to reverse the direction. Oh, length 2. going to be 3/8. And then length number 1 is going to be 10 plus 3 divided by 8. But why is my radius off? 1. It's 1 5/8. 1 plus 5 divided by 8 and hit tab. And divide that by 2 and hit tab. What the heck did I do on the first one? Oh. Sorry, we're doing a different one. I'm just going to make this 3/8 to be simple here.